inspired me to do the Pulse certification is that my clients, not only the coachees, but also especially the companies paying the bills for the coachees, so to say, want to know, like, what is the real progress you've made in your program, of which the leadership circles profile is part, and the coaching on that profile is part. And I thought for some, the Pulse might be a very good solution to see if the coachees have progressed on their leadership and their specific goals in that. So I think the Pulse is a really great tool to measure progress, and also to kind of like put extra weight on working on that progress from the coachee's perspective, knowing that there will be Pulse measurements, and to give it a kind of like formal, official, say that, stamp. I think it's very useful. And what I learned is, it's actually a great tool to make the coaching a longer term, deeper, more impactful process. Like I just said, if the coachee knows I will have those Pulse measurements, it is an extra drive to focus on the improvements the coachee wants to make on the start and stop behaviors, on the one-time big goal. It also gives a good input in the process, because if you do the first base and you see what comes out of it, you have this great input to work with. I always like it not to be depending on the input of the coachee alone, but also like, how do others perceive it, right? So it makes the coaching much richer in that sense, and automatically you have a coaching timeline of 6-7 months, which helps as well, because change takes time. We develop leaders in Africa, and for that we have got a whole program with a retreat, with online sessions, and with the leadership circle profile as a start for every participant, and coaching on it, all done by leadership circle certificated coaches, mostly from Africa, some from Europe. I have no intention yet to, as this program takes 4 months, to bring Pulse in, because Pulse would demand more time. But for those clients that say, we want to measure the impact, we will offer this as an extra service and maybe extend the coaching. In my own personal coaching practice, if I make an offer now, it's different after the Pulse certification, because I will immediately think, hey, can I use the Pulse certification in it and extend the time through it, or at least use the time more effective with Pulse measurements in it. For the One Africa program, maybe, hopefully, and for my own coaching, yes, for sure. Once you do the program, I think it's a great opportunity to have some kind of intervision with other leadership circle practitioners and learn with them from each other. Often there were discussions on how we do the coaching and how you can use Pulse within it, but it was about the coaching in general and how you can use Pulse. So I learned some new things there on how people use the profile, and how people already use some kind of follow-up measurements. So I think that's interesting. So there's some interesting things that the facilitator shared, and I would recommend, use it as an intervention moment to enhance the quality of the practitioners.